Yo, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Real straightforward. Chelsea 2, LAFC nil. Solid, strong lineup from Sanchez, Cucurella, Reece James, Levi Colwell, Tosin Adrabayo, Lavia, Caicedo, Palmer in the 10, Neto on the left. Neto on the right, Noni on the left, Jackson up front. I think we controlled a lot of the possession in this game. We controlled the game, even though we didn't really show a lot of like clinical edge in front of the box. But I think this was a game that we were gonna win regardless. I think we were gonna win this game. Neto got the breakthrough. Enzo second half gets the second, ices the game, and on to the next game, right? I wanted to see certain people probably from the start or in the second half. For me, Caicedo, once that second half started, he should have been off the field for me. Caicedo has been our most available player. He's played every single minute, and rest him. You got two midfield options, just play them. You could play Asugo, you could play Andres Santos. So for me, that was kind of one of the biggest red flags about Maresca today. I get it. A lot of these big teams are going strong. You want to go strong, but you have to protect one of our most important players, and Moises Caicedo. So, once that game was wrapped up, take him off, bring somebody else in. He did take Caicedo off eventually. He brought Asugo in, took off Lavia, took Reece James off, brought Gusto in. Tyreek George came in. Nkunku came in, Palmer went off, Noni went off, Jackson went off, and we saw a little bit of that Delap cameo. And we saw some of the good fundamentals that we've been asking from Jackson that he's not been able to provide. Like mainly just those runs from a center forward. Delap makes the runs that Jackson doesn't typically make, and he creates so many chances for your wingers, for your late, arriving midfielders in the box. That cross for Enzo was great, but it was the movement to get the space to put in a nice low cross. Enzo attacks it 2-0. But even before that action, he made a similar run, took the defender on, didn't take the shot, created another opportunity for Enzo that was blocked. So you're seeing like a lot of the hold up play. You're seeing the movement, you're seeing the physicality, and it's like, this guy, he belongs. He knows how to play that role, and this is one of the things we have been asking for. At least I've been asking for. Give us another option up front. I think a lot of the chances that Jackson messes up, and I'm talking clear cut chances, clear. I think Delap bags those. Delap makes a lot of these chances count. He's a better finisher than Jackson. So just imagine him getting the volume of chances that Jackson has been getting. But for me, I'll get another striker in. I'll move Jackson to a potential wing option. Like clearly the winger market ain't looking the best. Spending 60 mils on Gittins is not probably the move. We were linked with Malik Fofana today, another 19, 20-year-old. He looks from the comps, he looks like he's got some fundamentals, but it's like, you really want to be pulling up to the Benabao Camp Nou with Malik Fofana and Gittins as your left wing options? Like, bro, this is just, it's inexperience. You want to bring in experience and someone little. I think at this point you got to pick either between Gittins or Malik Fofana. Having them both just. And then think about, you have Esteval coming in, you have Quenda coming in next year. It's not making a lot of sense. If you can get Malik Fofana in for like 35 M's, sure. You're paying for the potential. You're paying for a first teamer from Lyon. If you want to pay another 40, 35 for Gittins, okay, you do that. But I still want to see some serious people, experience coming in. I want to see someone like a Kudus coming into this team, But either way, I want to see the striker options just a bit more beefed up. People are gonna say Delap has been given the number 9 shirt. He's been promised, a lot of game time, bro. Listen, nobody's promised anything at the end of the day. They can promise you things to make you sign on that line, but once you sign, bro, your contract is signed. Like, if you're not performing, there's got to be competition. You can't just be given a spot. You can't just be told, yo, you're the number 1 undisputed. Nobody can take your spot. I don't think it makes sense. I don't think it works that way. But I saw a little bit of Delap today, and it was nice. That guy, he just holds the ball up really well, and he looks like he's going to be dangerous every time. I know rivals were waiting for that, 007. He killed that shit in the first game. Like, none of that 007 talk. We don't do that here. Unfortunately. And I think he's just going to get a bit better. For me, Maresca should have taken Caicedo off. Like, for me, he should have just, Caicedo has been our most available player. He's played in almost every single game. Like, bro, take him off against LAFC, bring in Santos, bring in Asugo, but take Moises off. Like, you got to protect our big players, man. Like, Cucurella, take him off. Like, take him off, bring in Joshua Champong, move Gusto, somebody to the left back position. Just, you got to protect these players, man. After this, they only get a few months, weeks before the season starts again. So I'm looking at you, Maresca, like, look at how Noni and Neto was stinging up the joint, and that's probably why we're being linked with 2 wingers, because my God, like, Noni is just like, there's days on that left flank you're like, yo, okay, you're really giving us a different dimension. We want to see you there more often. And then there's other times it's just like the worst thing to ever watch. He's just a very frustrating player. And so is Neto. Neto just pass backwards. He has loads of space to attack a defender, just turns and passes backwards. So I can understand the need or the want to sign another left winger. Look, Gittins wouldn't be my first choice, but if that's the option, it is what it is. We need wingers. We need cover. I believe we've been linked with Walter Maid from Stuttgart, whatever his name is. 6'6" striker. Now somebody like that will be eating off of Neto's crosses. 6'6" as a center forward. He still has like a nice balance to him. When we used to have Tammy, and Tammy just couldn't attack anything like in the box like that. Tammy was always like just falling and tripping over his own feet, like almost like he had 2 left foot. Watermaid looks like someone who has control over his body, and he looks like someone who can finish to a decent extent. And if you're looking at Ekitike, for 85 million pounds, do you really want to take that chance? Probably not. If you want to, that's cool. But you're looking at options like Walter Maid, and again, he's 23. He fits the model, the young model that our owners are going with. He's gonna fit the weight structure. He's already on only 9,000 pounds a week. Slap him on 50, you good. You just got to pay some money to Stuttgart to get him out of there. But I just want a third option. Loan you out, bring somebody else who can play that 9 position. And for a 6'6" striker, it's worth, taking a punt on him. Young German international, probably can only get better. But my fear is always signing players from the Bundesliga. I've seen it too many times. Nkunku, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz. A lot of these guys from my club have not really translated. So I am a bit cautious with a Walter Maid, if that's his name. If I'm butchering it, my apologies. But I'm very skeptical about that link. But look, if that's who they're going to bring in, that's who they're going to bring in. But we also need cover for Cucurella because he's the only left back in this team. Like, it's scary times. But other than that, decent performance today. The people that I expected to impress, they did. Delap, Caicedo, Enzo, Lavia. You're going to get standard performances now. I feel like Caicedo, Enzo, these guys are starting to understand, like, okay, you know, I know what to do now. Like, I understand it now. You know, Levi, standard solid performance. Tosin, standard performance. I think Sanchez needs to go back and shave his head bald. Like, I see a little bit of hairs growing back. Nah, shave that joint off. Because once he went bald, he went Superman. So I'm going to need that razor back. Just shave your head bald, bro. Let's run it back again. Because once you did that, your form was impeccable. And then if Magnan doesn't want to come in, Milan don't want to sell, then we'll run it with Sanchez. And God willing, we get a better goalkeeper. But shave that head off, you know. But all in all, decent performance. Noni Neto, frustrating as usual. Santos not getting any minutes, but hopefully he gets minutes in the next one. But yeah, real simple, straight to the point, simple win. We keep it moving. Guys, like the video, sub to the channel, hop in the comments. Let me know how you feel. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.